Welcome to the final part 4, where I just do some analysis on just a variety of asset classes. And just a reminder, so we've got a lot of inflation data leading up to the FOMC meeting decision this coming week. So expect some big moves, I would say. And of course, it's going to be a question of whether they're going to skip or they're going to do 25 basis points for the Fed. And of course, CPI could swing it one way or the other. And then, of course, you've got ECB, which is pretty much a done deal for a 25 basis point increase. Now, the indices analysis, just going to warn you here, I've moved on now to the September futures contract as June expires this Friday as part of the quad witching. So just a reminder of the legend. So black numbers in the right hand column, they are going to be support and resistance levels based on trend lines. Brown numbers are breakout levels. Claret numbers, these horizontal lines that I put in, are either levels where I see support or resistance, or whether they're on double, triple tops or bottoms. Just a reminder of the pivot point colors and also the fib colors, and there is at least one chart with the fibs this week. Okay, so stocks had a bad week. Oil remains steady. Gold just remains volatile, although it's looking a little bit weaker, and the dollar has been consolidating. So for the Dow, I've got resistance at 35,109 and also at 35,032. So as you can see, they're based on a couple of trend lines there. And then I've got a couple of support levels, 33,440. But it's also a breakout level, and below that 32,613, which is also a breakout level. I've put the Fibonacci levels on this week just so you've got an idea of where the market is, from where it started all the way through to the peak of its rally, and now it's coming back. So they're going to start to come into play. So hopefully again they will help you. Just remember, you can always take screenshots or take a photo with your mobile, so you can keep these available during the week as reminders. Because the dailies won't really change that much apart from the week's action, but these levels will just pretty much stay in place, I think. On the 30-minute, I've got resistance at 34,416, and I've got support at 34,199 on that downtrend line. Moving on to the S&P, I've got resistance at 4,500. I've got support at 43.49 and downtrend line there at 4,004. On the 30-minute, there was just a little bit of short covering on Friday, I would suggest for the weekend, but I've got resistance at 43.85 and support at 43.56. And the Nasdaq. So Nasdaq, I've got resistance at 15,486. I've got support at 14,252. As you can see from that, that is also a breakout level. If you look at the resistance, sort of getting those sort of downtrend lines coming into the stock markets at the moment. On the 30-minute, I've got resistance at 14,999 and support at 14,853. And as you can see, that is sort of that resistance line there, that downtrend line was based over 3 days, so should be a bit of strength in that. Onto the Russell. So these are the small cap stocks. They're much more sensitive to consumers' spending habits. Resistance 1856, support 1739. On the 30-minute, I've got 1806 as resistance with 1793 and 1791 as support. And again, you know, sort of the Russell never really got going in that rally, just because they've got that, they're much more sensitive to what the consumers are doing and when. Okay, so the dollar had another good week. The pound not so good even after the Bank of England rate decision. So here we've got resistance now at 125.58 and 124.24, with 122.30 as support. But that is a breakout level. So I warned about this. I mean, seeing the pound against the dollar up at 131 just seems crazy. I mean, well, it was, but now it's back to reality, I would say. For me, I'm a lot of investors and traders are just looking at interest rates. I just look at the bigger picture. I'm looking at what's going on economically, because that's longer term. And for me personally, I just think that the US is head and shoulders economically above most other nations. Okay, so moving on to the 30-minute, resistance at 122.71 and support at 122.34. For the euro, resistance 108.12, support 106.25 and 105.41. Again, seeing that at 113 going back in July just seems really weird. But everyone looks and interprets what's going on in the economy as they see it. On the 30-minute, I've got resistance at 107.14. I've got support at 106.78 and 106.50. So just a little bit of an uptrend there, with probably a deeper long-term downtrend outside of that. Yes, moving on to Bitcoin. So resistance 27,370, support 25,110. Is it the digital gold? It's everyone, it's the most volatile contract, but when you look at these moves that happen in these other asset classes, they've all increased in volatility, although the VIX isn't really sort of displaying that at the moment. BTC 30 minutes, so Bitcoin for the 30 minute, we've got resistance at 26,695 and 26,680. We're in that downtrend on Friday, with support at 26,525. And again, with the 30 minutes, look at those pivot points. A lot of them work so well during the week, as you would expect. If you've got any doubts about your analytical skills, then come and do one of our one-day technical analysis courses. If you want to strengthen up all of your knowledge around the fundamentals, as well as trading skills, then come and do one of our 1 week or longer courses, and I can certainly help you with all that. Okay, so here, just like to keep this one in, Bitcoin versus Nasdaq, so Bitcoin versus the stocks. That inverse relationship is still there, except Friday when they both fell together. Again, it's everyone's sort of trying to work out what's going to happen next. Our focus has been on inflation and interest rates for so long now. What comes next? And of course, I covered that in part 3. Okay, so the gold daily, I've got resistance at 2039 and 1966, and support at 1903 and 1884. On the 30 minute, I've got 1948 as resistance, with 1939 and 1936 as support. So it's just having big ranges for gold, but yeah, I'm just going to stop there. Right, on WTI, Resistance 93.96, support 88.33, 86.96. You know, it's holding up. All those OPEC plus cuts and the Saudis voluntary cuts as well are sort of giving oil a steady undertone. Again, that is an inflation to a danger to inflation, because obviously, you know, gasoline prices go up, petrol prices go up, however you call it. Along with all that, that impacts travel, transportation, as well as our personal costs of going to fill up their cars. Then on the 30-minute, I've got resistance at 91.16 on that downtrend line, 90.48, just where it met a little bit of resistance Friday afternoon, and support at 89.30, where it bounced from, and 88.64. So that ends this week's analysis. Hope you really enjoy these. Please feel free to give us some feedback and any questions or anything else that you'd like to see that we're not doing at the moment to help you. And that sort of, you know, I only pick certain products. Just remember, these products are futures products that I select to do this analysis on. But of course, you know, those trends and everything still are going to work on if you're trading CFDs or other asset classes. You know, if you want to learn about the futures market, come and do one of our courses. Again, just finally, a little reminder of what we do. So apart from the YouTubes, daily newsletters that go straight to your inbox each morning to provide you with global headlines, global news, and also my views. And then if you'd like to subscribe, we also provide chart levels and pivot points. When it comes to courses, we offer everything from one-day workshops, one-week courses. One of those includes a free trading challenge, up to the comprehensive masterclass, which is an accredited course, and the next one of that starts in a week's time on the 19th of June. So if you're interested, then contact us quickly because those places won't be around for long. Now, also trader mentoring, where we help traders improve and get to that next level time and again. We consult to companies, FX and commodity exposure. We provide a whole platform and mass of educational content to individuals, exchanges and brokers. And